Hey everybody, it's Jeff. This is going to be part 7 of the Thunder Model Scammell transporter with the trailer, 1/35th scale. Um, I want to try and get the transmission built today if we can. It snowed last night. I don't have a fancy security system like Ron Calverley, but I'll throw a picture up here of what's going on outside my front door. Alrighty, that's for you, Ron. Okay, let's go down to the bench and see if we can get this transmission put together. All right, be right back. Thanks. Okay, I've done a little more pre-planning this time, trying to save a few minutes. These are the parts for the transmission. Okay, let's take a look at the instructions real quick. Okay, as you see, we're on the A sprue, C sprue, D sprue, and E sprue. And we don't want to glue that uh, U-joint in yet because we want to make sure everything lines up when we put the other parts together. So continuing on in step 4, we've got parts off the B sprue and the C sprue to add to the back end of the transmission. I found a little bit of a fit problem. I'll show you here real quick. Let's see here if I can get it down to where you can see. This is the U-joint here. And it's supposed to go through here. Whoops, make sure it goes through the right side. And then this is supposed to go through here. And those two parts are keyed. The hole through these was too small. So I checked the dimensions of this. It was 0.082 inches. Okay, so I got a drill bit here and I drilled those out like 0.86 inches, I think it was. Just ever so slightly larger. Now the same problem is in the back of the transmission here. When I was test fitting this is where that goes through, and that was way too small. If I was to put this together, it would force the case apart a lot. Didn't want to do that. The other problem I'm seeing, even though these two parts are keyed together, there's no positive locator between these, so it could be turned either way. I don't know for sure just why they did it that way. They didn't include any kind of a pin or anything on the back side of that. So about all you can do is just line them up as close as you can. I want to be real careful not to glue the U-joint in. What I'm going to do, the glue won't really stick to the drill bit. Okay, so I drilled all the way through with this, so I'm going to use this as kind of a dowel to line my parts up with. So let's go ahead and glue these two halves together first. Just try and keep it from getting all over my fingers. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. And there's all the other little pieces. This is a piece too. It's so very tiny. Okay. Alright, let's get this put together. Put a little bit down here. The drill bit should go through that just fine. Should be snug. I might actually have to go through it again. I went through and did that before I glued it together, so it may be even slightly tight now. So let's go ahead and run the drill bit through there one more time. Just to make sure we've got a good clearance. It can't be much. It's going to be really close. See, I'm actually forcing the case apart just a tiny bit, doing that. Whoop! So you can see my desk is not flat. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, that should be fine. It just slips through. Okay. And this should slip through. Yes, and it does. I don't want to glue this in. It'll cause a lot of problems later on when it goes to lining up all the U-joints. So either end. Got a little bit of something inside that's close. Okay, that should be plenty. Okay, I want to put these two parts together, and they are keyed. This actually, the key was a little bit tight, so I did actually take my chisel, and there goes the furnace. Oh, it is snowing here today. We have maybe not quite an inch of snow on the ground, and it's coming down pretty good. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Okay. I know the plastic will get sticky, but it won't actually glue the parts together. Keep everything nice and straight. Okay, shouldn't be a problem with that sticking in there. Okay, got a little bit of plastic on it. That's not really an issue. It'll clean up easy enough. Okay, then we've got to glue this to this, and this is where I'm running into a little bit of a problem. I don't know for sure exactly at what angle this goes. I'm just going to have to guess and try and keep it as straight as I can. Get a little bit of glue off there. That shouldn't take a second. Just to make sure it doesn't cause a problem. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go here. And we'll put some glue on here. Oh, there's Jordan. I don't know if you can hear him or not. He got up this morning. We have a doggy door for him, and I opened the doggy door so he could go outside, and he just stuck his nose out, and he's like, nope, not today. So we have a place inside that's like a litter box for dogs, kinda, so I guess that's where he's gonna have to take care of things today. Hold that for a second. Okay. I'm trying to get it as square as I can. Make sure the seam is at a 90-degree angle to this. That's the best I can do. I don't know why they didn't give us a keyed fit. Put a little more glue down there. Okay. That's lined up about the best I can. Whoop, it's a little bit crooked now. That's about the best I can do. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and shut the camera off and just let this firm up really good before I do anything else. Okay, so I'll be back in just a little bit, guys. Thank you. Okay, I think it's firmed up pretty well. It seems to be nice and square all directions. It's as close as I can get it. And then this is the U-joint. We don't want that glued, so that fits in there just really nice, and it'll turn. So that's exactly what we want. Okay, so let's go ahead and add the last few pieces to the side here. Well, there's more than that, but this is D20 and D21. They make up a little box that goes on the side of the transmission. There's a hole there, which I'm assuming will become evident at some point. But this here, it goes together and it goes in a slot on the side here. So I think I'm going to kind of try and do it all at one time if I can. It'll stay there. Yeah, I'll have to do a little adjusting. Yeah, that fits pretty well. Might do just a little bit of sanding on the seams, but yeah, that's not bad at all. It's a minimal little amount of glue I can use. Let's see here. Okay. And then we have a little cap that goes on there. I'm not sure if it goes this direction. Yeah. Okay. I'm assuming there's probably, yeah, that lines up real well. There's a hole here, right there, and there's a hole here, and I'm guessing there's going to be a shaft that goes through there. Probably to the, to a power takeoff or something. Okay, and then we have one more little piece right here, and that's like a filler tube. Very, very tiny. Glue right there. Oop, don't go running away. Hold it in the direction I want. Yep, I have to add some more glue now. Might be better without the tweezers. Huh. It's almost there, but not quite. Well, it wants to go. Here we are. Okay. And of course I'll add some pictures later. Okay. Now I've got a few more parts right here. Let's go ahead back to the instructions. So that's going to complete this part here. So let's go ahead and mark this stuff off. So we did all this stuff. And then we need to come down and do these parts here, which I've got here. Let's go back. If I can find the right button. Here we go. Here's the parts for that step. Get that out of the way. We've got these two pieces that need to be glued together, and there's no key for them at all. It's interesting how they're triangular. The key is triangular. Be tricky. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue. Let's see, this will go here. First. Let's see. I'm going to be looking for as soon as I get paid. I get paid the first, or about the first of every month, a different mat for this, something without lines on it. Hopefully that'll improve the focus. The camera won't be concentrating on the lines as much as whatever it is I'm trying to do. Okay, and this will go here. Let's see. Okay, that does have a square. That is really tiny. And that goes that way. Not sure, just it's got a hole through it the other direction. Let's see what goes through there when the time comes. Okay. Then I've got a piece that goes over here on the side. Like so. Lots and lots of pieces. It's kind of wanting to turn on me. Okay, and then I've got this I need to put together. It's going to have a V cross section, or a key to it. Let's do it this way. Try and get that centered on there. Move one end, the other end moves. Try and keep them both straight. Okay. While that sets up a second, there's something I want to talk about. I've seen this problem, and several of you brought it to my attention. The suspension on the front of this is really, really weak. There's one more piece I'll put in here that'll kind of clamp this together, but this rear, some of the other guys, which I really appreciate the information, this joint tends to pop out really, really easy. So what I'm going to do, I don't have it all ready right now, but I've got some little brass rods. I'm going to look through my stuff and find something the right size, or I've got a lathe. If I need to turn something down, I can, but to put a pin in here and go through here and make sure it goes like all the way through. I might even go ahead and drill this one out and put a, yeah, I probably will, and put a pin through here just so that the suspension doesn't fall apart on me. I've noticed that cross member's not setting real straight. Yeah, that moved on me right there. I'll have to add a little glue to it and try and push it back down. I just noticed that. Yeah, that's right there is not where it's supposed to be. So I'll work on that off camera. It's just a matter of putting a little more glue on it and working it back down to where it goes. I'm not sure just how that happened, but next time we'll look into getting that joint pinned so that the suspension will stay together. Let me get the white tack off of this. Okay. It looks pretty good. And still sliding around a little bit. Okay. And this will go here. Okay. Okay. I've got a little bit of cleanup where those joints are right here. I'll scrape that, clean that up really nice on both sides. And this turned on me a little more. That's something I've noticed, that it takes with this plastic, when you're gluing the tiny parts in, the plastic, it melts, but then it takes a while for it to firm up again. It's real easy to knock it off. have no idea what this connects to. I kind of assumed it'd be some kind of cross member or something, but I don't know. Haven't looked that far ahead. Alrighty, guys. That's the majority of our transmission. Actually, this here, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that connects to the back of the engine. I'm not sure. Like I say, I don't remember for sure. But that's kind of where we're at right now. That joint's a little. I fiddle with this stuff sometimes way longer than I should. But just try and make sure all the little gaps are straight and all the parts are straight. Okay, well that's going to about do it for today, guys. I've got some other things I need to get done. Next time that we work on this one, I'll be looking at getting this pinned together. That way it'll be nice and solid and we won't have to worry about it falling apart on the finished model. Okay, talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Okay, bye-bye.